Clicked on this video today because you want to have longevity within your goals in your life. I will tell you, I just got back from running 3 miles, well actually a 5K, and I've been running consistently for 5 years. And through that running, I was able to learn consistency, longevity in my goals, and being able to build a life through that consistency. So today I'm here to talk to you about what has helped me build my longevity within my goals, continue my consistency, and build my life through having longevity in my goals. The first thing that I want to say that it's the most important part is patience. I have been extremely impatient throughout this entire process, and having impatience is good, right? But you want to have enough patience to be able to understand that all of your goals are going to be long-term things, right? You're never gonna have a goal where you're going to boom, hit it the next day, unless it's some, deadline where you know the actions, you're taking the actions and you're hitting deadlines, right? But deadlines aren't necessarily goals. Goals are things that you're planning out in the future to achieve through action, consistent action, right? So it's important to understand that you need to be patient. You need to be patient to understand that, you might not hit that goal in 3 months. You might set the goal and want to hit it in 3 months, but you might not. And then you might not hit it in 6 months, right? It might take you a year when you plan on it to take you 1 month. It might take you 2 years when you plan on it to take you a week. You have to be patient, you have to be consistent, and you have to realize that over time, these things will come. You just have to be patient, right? So patience, super huge. Make sure that you're being patient and you're giving yourself grace. You know what I mean? Because if you get impatient with yourself, you're gonna get upset. You're not gonna see the results as quickly as you feel like you should be seeing them. You're not gonna pay attention to your patience and you're gonna quit. Next thing that I want to talk about is consistency, but not specifically consistency, I should say. Consistency and being consistent in a matter that's going to be sustainable, right? If you are consistent, but every single day you're pushing yourself to your extreme limits, you're gonna poop yourself out, you're gonna feel like crap, you're gonna be tired, and you're just gonna feel overwhelmed, okay? You need to come up with a small goal, something that's daily achievable, right? That you can do no matter what every single day. When I first started running, it was just travel a mile on foot purposely every single day outside of my regular day, right? So it wasn't like, I'm going to walk around school and I track my steps and I hit a mile. It's more, I'm going to put myself on the street, I'm gonna walk or run until I hit a mile and then I'm done, right? I wasn't trying to run a marathon. I wasn't trying to, run a 5K on the first day. I was doing 1 mile consistently. It was a small goal that was sustainable. And when you stack those small, sustainable, consistent actions, you're going to see more exponential growth over time. Like I said, if you poop yourself out on the first day, or if you push yourself to your limit, you might feel, again, impatient because you might not hit the goal that you want to hit, right? You might get upset because you're not as good at it as you want to be. You might, just poop yourself out and be tired. So focus on small, consistent action. Set a goal for something that makes sense for you and your goals, right? Don't push yourself into the deep end on day one. Just move gradually into expertise, You will find the motivation over time, but you need to start off with that small, consistent action so you can take it without fail every single day, no matter what. Next thing that I want to say is changing and having longevity within your goals is a lifestyle, right? You need to set the expectation that once you make this change, this is a life change. This isn't something that you're just gonna do for the next 3 years and then you're gonna call it, or you're gonna, run until you lose the weight and then you're gonna give up, right? It's all about understanding that this is going to be a lifestyle. And over time, you will begin to enjoy it, but also give yourself some lenience, you can't constantly just be grinding without a little bit of, fun, enjoyment, and doing the things that you want to do. Don't hold yourself back from having some ice cream here and there, or don't hold yourself back from going and having a drink with your friends. You know what I mean? You need to give yourself that time. You need to give yourself that lenience. You need to have a lifestyle in which you can have a healthy balance with these habits, right? So have those consistent habits, but have a healthy balance to where you can take a day off and it's okay, to where, you know, you can figure out something that you can do that's going to take you away from constantly thinking about these goals. You know, it's a lifestyle. Over time, you will begin to like it. You'll begin to enjoy it. You'll begin to see how, you know, the consistent action fits into your day. But take a day off here and there. Enjoy yourself. Understand that you're going to be doing this for the rest of your life once you make the decision. And once you take that stance on things, it's going to be a lot easier to give yourself the lenience, give yourself the patience, and wait for the goals to hit. So yeah, that's my thoughts about longevity and hitting your goals, keeping on track for your goals. It's super important to just pay attention to these things because, you know, a lot of people start on goals and they do the opposite of these exact three things, and they kick themselves off the track day one. You know, they decide they're going to lose weight, and then they do some crazy workout, they diet like crazy for 2 days, and they realize that it's not sustainable at all, and they stop. You know, you need to have a lifestyle, you need to enjoy it, you need to, you know, really want it at the same time, right? Find your why. I've talked about this in previous videos, but you need to really want it. So, cool concept. I truly hope if you clicked on this video today that you got some value out of it. That's really all that I'm trying to do for this channel. Not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to give you my thoughts from my personal experiences of building up my life. You know, I'm not where I want to be in any sense, and I'm not better than anybody else that, you know, is out there. You know, I'm just like you. I'm a regular human being. I'm just trying to make a way, you know, for myself and my family and build an empire. And through the thoughts and experiences that I've had in the last couple of years through this journey, I just want to share them with you. So if you got some value out of this video, do me a favor, leave a comment down below. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe, but you do have to leave a comment down below. Thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to everybody who's constantly in the comments. Love you so much. Thank you for the support. Until next time, talk to you soon. Go out there and do something great. Bye-bye.